on, brothers and sisters. Liberation is near. It's almost time.
All right, what's up? It's the Shetler Show. I'm Anthony Shetler. This is my podcast where I bring on interesting people that I'm hyped on. Today we got Nick Dompierre, good friend of mine, pro skateboarder, been around, skated for some of the biggest companies, been around the world, really interesting dude. The show is sponsored by World Industries. All I Need is my brand. It's my clothing company. You can go to ALLiNEEDSKATE.com. One of the last sponsors is Solstice Skate Shop. Me and Nick both skate for them. He's got the hoodie on. Jay Vasconcelos runs that whole thing. He's been around for 10 plus years. It's a legit shop out of New Bedford, Mass. If you get the chance, stop in there, say what's up to Jay. He'd probably make fun of you. That's what he does. In a nice way. It's funny. Today's Nick Dompierre, professional skateboarder. Someone that I've known, we were saying, for deep 12 years probably, like since we were both little.
Yeah.
Hoisington used to call you the fat midget. And Nick, when he was little, used to be like 4'5", but not so tall. He wasn't very tall, but he was wide. He was a wide dude. And then, I don't know, out of nowhere, he ended up being like 6 foot, slender, like a racehorse. So, but my friend used to call him the fat midget, but that all changed when Nick could like beat us all up. Not that you would, but yeah. So what was it like growing up in New Bedford, Mass? I know that place is kind of crazy. I mean, I lived there for a while too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was a little crazy. Moved around a lot from, North End, South End. Like, kind of moved around a lot when I was young. And then pretty much the Faven skate park opened up.
Hell yeah.
And that's where it all started for skating. Like, I'd go to my cousin's house after school every day and, borrow his skateboard, and I'd be at the park all day long.
For those that don't know, most of you, in Massachusetts, whoever the guy is who went around and built these Scituate skate parks, I want to punch the guy in the face. Because he's built like 50 of them in just like 3 cities. They're everywhere, man. Yeah. And Fairhaven, the park Nick's speaking about, is one of them. They're concrete, they're outdoors, but they're all prefab, so every ramp is the same. So you go to 50 cities in Massachusetts and New Hampshire, and you have the same skate park. Might be laid out a little different, and they're just so shitty. But, I mean, you'd agree with me, they're so fun and awesome to learn
definitely.
on. Like the quarter pipe at Fairhaven and the fly box. Like,
the flat bar, yeah.
So that's where you started skating? Like, that was your first spot?
Yeah, just every day after school, I'd, borrow his board, and I'd just be there all day and skating.
I remember Element and, like, Reese Forbes and, what does Jay have? Supernaut?
Yeah.
There was a bunch of, Stereo? Invisible, hell yeah, that was so sick.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Stereo, Chris Pastras, what's up, man? I know you're going to watch this. He kills it. Yeah, Fairhaven was like the stomping grounds. I met up there. We would go there all the time, dude. I didn't know that's where you started. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a shitty place to start. Can't believe you made it as far as you did, dude. And then after that was Skaters Island. So we were doing better there.
Yeah, definitely.
When did you meet Jay and Solstice? Because I know he's like a big part of like how you got to where you're at. I imagine, right? That's how I started, was through Jay. Like he introduced me to Bob, who filmed. Like, is that kind of the same setup?
Yeah, it's like kind of went skating with like Piva. Like,
sick.
They were going street skating one day. They asked me to go, and I filmed like my first trick, and I was like,
do you remember what it was?
Hyped from there. I was like a kickflip at New Bedford High, like that wedge in the back.
Oh, the bump? The bump?
Yeah.
You like kickflip that? Like, that was the first thing you filmed?
Yeah.
Damn, that would still be hard today for me, dude. It's like, what it is a natural tranny. It's just like if you imagine like an earthquake happened and the ground just bubbled, but there's 2 cracks, so it forms a pyramid. So not only do you have to like figure out how to pop off the damn thing, but you bomb down a hill too, and then you hit it. It's pretty awesome. But that's sick. Kickflip? Damn.
Yeah, it's like...
Didn't Piva grind the rail there? Or did he just, like, caveman grind it? I feel like that big kinked one in the back, I think I heard
probably did.
Probably. Piva used to get real gnarly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were skating with them. You filmed some tricks.
Yep, and then just kind of went from there. I'd always be at the skate park, and, those guys would go film, and, I met you, and... Yeah. We started skating, and then, eventually, like, we kind of met up with Zara too, and
Yeah, Zared came in the crew for sure, dude.
Yeah. But, yeah, it kind of started with, like, Fibro, though.
Yep.
Like,
Damn, how did you get sponsored by Fibro? Was it Bob's Footage just sending it?
I think so. Well, I'd always go to the demo with you guys and stuff, and I'd skate at the demos, and Steve asked me to ride for the 5 one day, and
damn, hell yeah. Steve's
like,
another one that I want to have on the show, dude, for
definitely.
sure. He'd be a good one for sure.
Steve rips.
Like, what did you think when you started skating? Was it like, hey, I want to be a pro skateboarder, like once you got good and you start learning tricks, or was it just something you did? Or
Yeah, that was like always like kind of what I wanted to do. I started skating, and you just see other people that are just doing all these tricks, and you're just kind of starting out, and it's like, damn, I want to do that,
Yeah.
So every single day just skate, learn a new trick, and just keep trying and trying, and eventually you can do more than one trick, and,
yeah, for sure.
and then you're just kind of like, wow, it's kind of crazy how like you start out, and then you can just start doing all these tricks. And
yeah, it seems like a puzzle. It's almost like really hard, and I think this is a theory I have too, is like why a lot of kids take up on scootering, because at first skating's super hard. It's fun when you first get on it and you're like learning how to ollie, but then after a certain point, you kind of hit a wall where it's like, okay, I learned to ollie, maybe a kickflip, but then it gets a little harder to like progress.
Yeah.
And then I feel like a lot of kids then drop out and they go get a scooter by then, because they're like, oh, I did the ollie and the kickflip, but whatever, I want to just go cruise around. But if you stick with it and you start to learn like some of the building block tricks, and then once you get through that, then it almost seems like it's just like a puzzle. Like you're just adding tricks, and it's getting easier. Your body learns how to turn front side and back side. And so you met Steve, and Steve was like, because you came to demos with us, and I honestly can't remember because I feel like it was forever ago. My memory sucks, but I remember you coming to the demos, and I remember Zared coming too. Like, he just come, and like Bob would just load everyone up in the car, and it's like, let's go to the Fibro demo. It's like, fuck it, it's a free for all. Those things were wild.
Yeah, it was so
then
fun.
When Steve asked you to ride for Fibro, you must have been pretty hyped on that.
Oh yeah, I was super stoked. Like, it was such a good crew, and it was just awesome to be able to be a part of that, and skate with those guys every weekend.
Hell yeah.
So
yeah,
it was sick.
So you went from I'm assuming you're Flow Trash, which is where the name came from, right?
Yeah.
That's where it started. Like, that shit's still used. Like, that became a big thing in skateboarding. Like, Flow Trash, they used it. I know some people made a video called Flow Trash, and that was just us, like, talking shit. Like, Nick's our Flow Trash. Go clean the fucking van. Like, pick up the sunflower seeds. We spit all in the inside
on the floor.
of it. Yeah, like, that was it. So Nick was the original and the first Flow Trash ever. That's where we coined it. So you dudes out there know that's where it started from. What was the next sponsors that you picked up?
I think it was
Etnies.
Etnies, yeah.
It was. Yeah, I remember. Was that through Fibro and Steve?
Yeah.
Just connection or something?
Yeah, they talked to he was like Craig Metzger.
Oh yeah, Metzger. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That dude, he's still around.
Yeah.
What's up, Metzger, if you're out there, man?
What up?
Thanks for hooking it up. Because you were on Etnies, and I was getting flow from S, and Zared was Etnies.
Yeah.
And we did the trip down to Tampa.
Yeah.
And, alright, so it was Etnies. So it was first Fibro, then Etnies, and then...
I think it was like Spitfire and Thunder.
Sick, deluxe.
We sent the tape, and it started, getting flowed trucks and wheels from Matt Newton.
So where'd it go from there? So,
they were flowing me trucks and wheels, and they had asked me to ride for real, and so I didn't want to leave Fibro, and I kind of talked to some people, and they said it'd be like a good opportunity, and so then I started riding for real, and I rode for them Flow for a while, and things started to pick up a little bit, and
like more trips and whatnot.
Yeah, like traveled a lot more, and.
Did you go out there as a flow rider to California to SF and stuff?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, I used to go to SF a bunch, and some of them stay out there for a couple weeks or something.
Like, how old were you when you first went to SF and, like, hung out with those dudes?
I think it was when we first went on that Burrito drive tour.
Oh, when we drove cross country and did that whole
Yeah.
thing. Oh, yeah, fuck yeah.
And we made it to SF, and, we got to meet those guys.
We celebrated your birthday on the road with some bro cake.
Yeah.
A little Brover drive. That was the trip. That was tight. Manute, what up? I know you're going to listen.
Yeah, what up, Sean?
Yeah, he's going to say what's up for sure, dude. I talk to Manute on Insta all the time, dude. We contact each other through Insta. That's how we do it. Shit, that was an awesome trip, Brover drive.
Yeah.
I feel like the doors fell off the van on that trip, maybe. Oh, shit, I probably should turn my phone off. Alright, sorry for this interruption. How old were you? You were like, because we had your birthday on the trip, so.
I think I was maybe 15
Damn, dude.
or 16, I don't know.
I feel like you turned 16 on the trip.
Yeah, yeah.
In that trip, we just slept in parking lots and like we were sleeping in like trucker parking lots and like waking up in the day and like truckers were around us and shit. That was crazy. We would just eat ramen noodles and whatever. I know we put the trip together. Seamus just fucking took his van and like thing was falling apart. Like fuck it, we're going cross country.
Almost broke down a couple times.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was, and I remember just like having no money. I just remember us doing it so ghetto.
Yeah.
So. What did your family think? Like, were they like, "Oh, go ahead, take"? I don't even remember. I don't remember. I mean, sure, Seamus probably talked to your mom or something, but at 15, like, what did your mom think? Was she just like, "Take my 15-year-old and drive across the country"?
Yeah.
Like, no, you're all broke. Like, good luck.
Well, she knew like, that's what I wanted to do, and that's, like, we were going to California. Like that's where like skateboarding is.
Yeah.
Like happening, and I really wanted to go, and she let me go, and
that trip was amazing. I know I had so much fun. I remember you with the cattle head. We found the skeleton.
Yeah.
Just like found that thing and tied it to the front of the van, dude. So sick. We just did that, barged that.
Yeah, it was such a good time.
Were you intimidated, like going out to Deluxe and like meeting? I know I was for sure, dude. I was fucking freaking out, like meeting Mickey and those dudes. Like, I didn't really know who they were, but when I got out there and met them, I was like, these are like some grown ass men that like are some fucking tough dudes. Like, how were you feeling?
I remember when we first got there, and like, oh yeah, these guys are in town, and Mickey was going to bring us to some spots, and they were just like the gnarliest spots like ever, and I'm just like,
like you just
I can't skate.
killed.
Yeah, like it was crazy.
And I remember the best part about going out there, and I'm sure for you it was too, was like going to that warehouse and like getting product.
Yeah, it was cool to see
like I never saw anything like that before.
That was amazing.
Just like they're like, go through the aisles, pick out what you want.
A skater's dream, just to walk down the aisle. It's like every t-shirt, every wheel, board, it's
like a grocery store.
Yeah.
We just had like a bin and we just like take what we want. They're like, yeah, grab whatever you want. Like that bugged me out, dude. So how did it progress from like you being flow to like fully on real? Just time and effort, or?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I just skated and filmed a lot, and went on a lot of trips, and I think it was like one of the ads, like, they put my name in like one of the mags, and like, oh, you're Am now. Like, damn. I think they told me one time at Tampa Am, and I was pretty stoked about it, and I just felt good because it's like a
coming from New Bedford to like Am on a company across the country is fucking a trip. Yeah,
it's a great feeling.
So I was gonna tell you is speaking of Tampa, because you mentioned it, was I wikied your name, or Wikipedia'd your name, and it was like, it had like a listing. Actually, I have it right here. It had like a listing of your accomplishments.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, but it didn't. It says Tampa Pro. It doesn't have Tampa Am. What's the best you did in Tampa Am? Like, do you remember?
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't think I ever qualified. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Me neither. So no worries.
I don't know. We could go back and look, but I don't know if I ever qualified.
Yeah. So I know Tampa Am's crazy, man. Like I was just talking to Billy and Goonan about Tampa because
It's like probably the gnarliest contest.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. That's what I was saying. 250 people, right? Easily.
Yeah, probably
like
about that. And then just like the tricks that go down.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. I was like, Billy and Goonan. I'm like, you're gonna be in practice and you're gonna be skating and you're gonna feel like you suck because kids are gonna be killing themselves.
Just straight on point.
Yeah, like, and you're gonna think that all those dudes are gonna end up in the finals, and you're gonna be surprised. I was like, you're gonna be surprised. Half of them are gonna burn themselves out. Half of them are gonna burn themselves skating and burn themselves out at Ybor.
Yeah.
And then, or some of them are just gonna play and choke, and so most of them don't even make it. I was like, dude, just stay on your board, do what you can do. Like, remember, it's like a marathon. Like, how many times you got to qualify? I think you got to do the first qualifier, then like a semi-qualifier, and then maybe the finals.
Yeah, isn't there like, I think two qualifying rounds or something?
That's I'm pretty sure it's like a shitload of people. Then they dwindle it down to a less shitload of people.
Like a semi-final.
Yeah, and then they dwindle it down to like 12 or something. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, you did kind of all right there. But in Tampa Pro, you seemed to kill it, dude, because I got, according to Wikipedia, 4th place, and then 9th place. 2009, 9th place, and 2007, 4th place. 4th place, damn. That's fucking impressive, dude. I think I remember that year, too, because that's fucking gnarly. Like, I can't even imagine. All right, I get sidetracked. All right, so you turn in for Rio, and what happens from there? Just more trips, more skating, more.
Yeah, just more filming, more traveling, more skating.
Do you remember your first photo in a magazine, legit magazine?
Yeah, it was a Skater Island actually. It was like the back 780 melon grab from like that.
I remember, dude.
Yeah.
Was it off the launch ramp?
The launch ramp into the bank, yeah.
It was, dude. Was that what magazine?
Thrasher.
How did you get bumped up to like the pro status? Like, was it just a matter of time? Like, because you started getting coverage everywhere. I remember like at one point it was like you didn't pick up a magazine without seeing you in the magazine or on the cover at that point. You know what I mean? So was that just through riding for real and putting in work and getting tricks and?
Yeah, just basically, shooting as many photos as I can when I go on skate trips and stuff, and sometimes I try to shoot photos at home, like if they'd be out our way, but
you shot with Gabe a lot, right? Gabe was staff photographer.
Yeah, shot with Morford a lot.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's a really good photographer.
Super professional. Like their van is ridiculous. The van that Deluxe has.
Yeah,
I think they have
set
a few
up so
now.
well.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. I remember just coming from the East Coast and just being like, these dudes, like, this is like what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fully, like, they have a whole thing going. Like, strip, man. Do you remember your first? What was the first cover you had?
I think it was the Ollie and
over
Thrasher over the. It was like a set of stairs and then
flat rail drop. That one, I remember that.
Yeah.
Damn, and that was Thrasher?
Thrasher, yeah.
Damn, so that must have been a trip, be on the
man, yeah.
to be on the cover?
Just like, I was so psyched. Like, I don't know, like, you just see a cover and you're on it and you're just like, wow.
How did you see the cover? Like, did someone give it to you or did you just, like, come across it, or?
They kind of told me that it was going to be a cover and I was like, all right, cool, like that's awesome, but it didn't really, like...
Set in, yeah.
Yeah, and then when I saw her, I was just like, damn, that's rad. Like, I was real stoked.
I know, like, everyone back home is just, like, in Massachusetts where we were, I remember just being like, damn, Nick's on the cover. Like, what the fuck, dude? It's just, like, because when you grow up, like, on the East Coast where we do, you don't expect people to come up in skateboarding to, like, become pro. Like, we had some pros.
Yeah.
Like Donnie and, we had like a couple different pros here and there. BA came out of here, but like for the most part, we didn't really, I don't think we realized that it could happen, you know, we just all we were like, yeah, maybe we can make this happen. Maybe, who knows? Like, fuck it, let's try. But it's not like, since I go out to California, it's almost like a lot of people are like, yeah, it's possible. They see pros everywhere, like walking down the street.
Like,
like, oh,
basically every day.
Yeah.
You see, like, or skate with even pros every day.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I saw Kenny Anderson at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Like, damn. Like, on the East Coast, if kids saw Kenny Anderson at Starbucks, they'd probably, like, mob him and be like, hey, what's up? Like, let me get an autograph. Or, you know what I mean? Like, damn. So, now you're in this role. You're on cover Thrasher's trip, dude. Well, what was the next one? I know you had to cover Thrasher. You had Transworld as well. Was that the back nose blunt?
Yep.
Was there? I think there was a slap.
Slap, yeah. It was a 5-0 on this white rail.
Where was that rail?
Somerset.
It's here?
Yeah.
Oh, I've always thought that was somewhere like far away. I didn't know that was around here. Damn, sick. Yeah. Damn, a spot in Somerset got the cover of Slap. Fucked, man. Yeah. Damn. So, what is your family thinking of all this?
Oh, they were stoked. Like, you know, I don't know. Just, you know, they were pretty hyped. They're just supportive,
stuff. Obviously. Like, yeah. And what about your brother? Was he ever? Did Jordan ever, like? Every time I see him, it doesn't seem like he ever wanted to really be sponsored, or he wasn't sure.
Yeah.
What was Jordan's plan with skating?
Well, he just kind of always skated, and you know, I'd give him stuff. I don't know, like. I don't know, he kind of like didn't really need to be, you know, like, because I always gave him like shoes, product and all that.
He got to travel too. It was pretty.
Yeah, he did get to go on a trip with Deluxe Dudes once, and
that's pretty.
Yeah, he was psyched.
Sick,
and we went to Australia once.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
How does that work out? How did he get to go to Australia? Just through you? Just like, hey.
Yeah, like,
I want my brother to go.
It was just like his. It was his birthday and stuff, so.
Sick.
You know, got him to go on that trip, and yeah, like he had such a good time. It was awesome.
Where'd you go? Did you go to Adelaide and like? Melbourne.
I think Melbourne. I actually forgot.
Did you guys celebrate his birthday out there? Or was it just some bro cake on the road, like we did for you? Just like, here's a slice of cake.
Yeah. I don't really remember.
Well, then it probably was a good time.
Yeah.
What was the contest you've done? The big ones?
It was Street League. Skated Maloof.
Maloof, yeah, that's right.
I skated the Do Tour before.
Is that how Monster came about, or how did Monster come about?
I don't know, it was like, I was on DC, you know, and...
that's right. You ended up going from audio to DC. Was that because audio went out of business? Or?
Yeah, audio, you know, something was going down with them, and, you know, like, you know, I was getting all these calls, or like, I forget how it worked, you know, they were calling one of my sponsors, and...
This is because at this time you already were on the cover of like the magazines.
Yeah.
You already had your video part for real, right?
Yeah.
What was the video?
Roll Forever.
Roll Forever, I remember. Sick, man.
Yeah.
And so you had your covers, you were in videos, you were pretty much like everything was there. So you had people calling. Did DC contact you, or how? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like I think there are like a couple of shoe companies were calling Deluxe and stuff, and you know they were kind of like asking, you know, what's Nick gonna do, like, you know, because they heard about, you know, audio going under, and you know, I kind of talked to DC and stuff, and you know they flew me out there, and you know we just kind of talked, but it was like you know they wanted to do shoes and clothing.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, they always want to do that.
Yeah, but I was riding for Volcom at the time too.
That's right, I remember that.
But yeah, that was really tough to leave Volcom
because of Remy and those two.
Yeah, Remy, cool. Steve, like those dudes are awesome, and you know I always go on like sick skate trips, and you know we always go to like good spots, and
they always seem to do like cool trips, man. Like Susky, I think still skates for them. And, yeah, I just always paid attention.
Yeah, I definitely miss like the Volcom trips. They were good times.
Hell yeah.
But when we talked about, you know, the whole DC thing, like they wanted to do shoes and apparel.
Yeah, so there goes Volcom if you want to do it, yeah.
You know, so it was kind of hard doing that, you know. know,
What was the justification as to like, okay, I'm gonna quit Volcom and ride for DC? Was it like just the opportunity, the money, like what was it like? Because I know DC's gigantic.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you got paid a good check.
Yeah.
So was it like, what was what made you say, okay, I want to do this? Because it's a risk either way.
Yeah.
Because now you're putting your eggs in one basket at sort of.
Yeah, like it was just kind of, you know, I talked about it with people. You know, what do you think I should do? And you know, kind of got people's opinions, and you know, I talked to Kalis about it for a long time, and
hell yeah,
that'd be cool. Yeah, definitely. You know, Kalis. And you know, he's like into cars and stuff, and you know, we'd always shoot the shit about that. So you know, it was kind of cool, and so yeah, I started riding for DC, and you know, it was awesome.
Yeah, I imagine like the trips for DC must have been pretty crazy. They probably roll in style now, or what? How's it?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty sick. Like, you know, we went to like a lot of cool places, and
Was it all skating, or did you do like? Because I know you're into cars. Like I don't think we've ever really talked about how you got into cars. I just kind of knew you were into them, and
yeah,
I don't know shit about cars. I wish I did, but
yeah,
it's cool that you are. So was that through DC, or was that something you picked up from Bedford?
No, like I was from back home. You know, I was always kind of into cars and stuff, but yeah, like whenever I, you know, I got my car and stuff, and then you know I started working on it, and you know I started making money from skating, and then you know I started like, you know, just putting more money into the car, and you know, building.
Every time I seen you, I was like, this car's looking amazing. I didn't know anything about it, but I'm like, Jesus, dude, it's awesome.
But yeah, it's like, you know, once you start building a car, it's like, you know, it's endless. You know, you can just keep going and going. So I was really into that for a long time.
Was it so like? I want to kind of stick on the car thing because I'm an idiot when it comes to cars. Like, I've had 3 cars and I bought them and I never fixed anything on them, and I always get raped because when I go to the mechanic,
yeah,
I know they rape me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I know they do. It's just how they do it. Can you put a car together? Like, is that like if I was like, if you wanted to design your dream car from scratch, maybe you've already done it. I don't know. Well, could you do it? Could you put it together and like make a car?
Yeah, basically. I mean, like
that's crazy.
There's a lot to it, but you know, like whenever like I'd run into like a problem, you know, I'd kind of look up online or something real quick and
figure it out.
Yeah, you know, I just kind of like hands on, you know, like just kind of figure it out myself sometimes.
And you like so you do all the labor then. And just figure it out. All right.
Or like some of the stuff like, you know, welding the roll cage and stuff, I couldn't do that, but pretty much everything else, you know, I did.
Damn. So do you think like you could ever do like open up a garage like as a mechanic or anything like that? I don't know
that would be sick. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to do something like that.
Because that seems like if you know what you're doing with cars, especially the type of cars that you're messing with, like you're doing some really cool cars. Shop. Yeah. So you could do something along that lines, I feel.
Yeah.
And since I feel like your background with pro skateboarding and stuff and your name's so well known, I feel like it would kind of like help out with that as far as getting traffic in there. At least skateboarders would know, and you know.
Yeah.
Have you considered that ever?
I've thought about it, you know, like I thought about like kind of like a lot of things to try to do, like, you know, outside of skating, but like try to involve it, you know, like instead of just having, you know, just skateboarding, you know, have like something else kind of going on as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
that's how it is nowadays. You got to get your hustle on wherever you can. Have your hand in every different thing and try to like make sure there are things that you really like to do. That way, you do it right. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool, man. That would be cool. I'd back that, man. You could rate me with my car. I'd bring my car in there. You could rob me. I'd rather it come from you, man.
I'll give you a good deal.
Fix my fender, Nicky. That's cool, man. Yeah, so damn, cars I always wondered that. I'm like, I always seen you rolling around with these cars, and I'm like, dude, I know nothing about cars, but they look cool as shit. Like, even when you pulled up today with your car, I'm like, damn, this thing looks cool. Like, I don't know anything about it, but
they're fun.
They look cool, man.
Yeah.
With DC, I know that some of those dudes are into cars and stuff. Like, Kalis definitely is into cars. Yeah. Ken Block, right, was at DC, and he's into cars and stuff. So Did you guys do stuff with cars? Like, did you ever do anything with DC and cars or any of those dudes?
Not really, no. Like,
No.
you know, I just kind of like did my own thing at home, but
Cool.
you know, whenever I was out in Cali and stuff, staying there, you know, me and Josh would always, you know, mess with his car and,
Sick.
you know, cruise it and stuff.
What's he got? Like I know, like I'm gonna even.
69 Camaro.
Oh, okay. I guess that works.
Yeah,
He's got an old school one then.
Yeah,
I
it's
do know that.
badass.
All right, sick. I think I've seen it on Instagram. I try to like all his Instagram photos because they're always pretty cool, like skating or like cars and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about a car, but I know it looks cool, so
Yeah.
it's rad. What about racing? What about being like? I know you race. I've heard about you racing your cars like
Yeah.
on tracks and stuff. Is it like legit racing or
quarter-mile
like
track.
street racing? I don't understand. Like,
Um,
is it just like you paid to race? Like you go pay for the track and have fun with your friends, or is it like an actual system like racing, like a contest?
yeah, it's kind of like, you know, they have it all set up for like different classes and.
Oh, so it's like a competition. Like you don't pay for track time and just go out there with your friends and race.
Yeah, well, they have like, you know, like the different classes, and then they have like a test and tune where, you know, like, you know, you're not racing against anybody. You know, you're just kind of tuning your car to.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
You know, like.
So you can just like open that bitch up down the lane and fucking test it out.
You know,
and see.
you're trying to go for your best time or best mile an hour, like.
What's your time?
Fastest it's went so far is 8:44 at 168.
Wait, so break that down for me. 8:44, is that 8 seconds and 44?
Yeah.
Whatever fraction.
Yeah, 8.44 seconds.
Okay, and then
in a quarter mile.
Quarter mile, okay.
At 168 miles an hour.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah.
You're not scared?
Not really. Kind of used to it.
It's 8 seconds. You get up to 166 miles per hour?
Yeah, pretty much.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy feeling. Like once you first go to the track and you know you go down once, you're just like, wow, that was fun as hell.
I bet your blood and your heart and everything.
Yeah, dude, the adrenaline rush is crazy.
Do you feel like you're gonna like maybe it's safe, but do you feel like you could like crash? Is that normal?
Yeah, sometimes it happens, you know, like
Because you're going so fast, I feel like if you just like for whatever reason, maybe you just like move a little bit at that speed, it's like who knows
that's
what
why you know you gotta, you know, constantly go over the car and check it, make sure everything's tight, make sure, you know, it's ready to go.
Do you do that all yourself? You check your own car and make sure it's all straight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably pretty like comforting if you do it yourself.
Yeah.
If you had someone do it.
Yeah, definitely.
He like had a bad day and was like, I'm not gonna check the tires. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Going down the track.
Yeah.
Damn. So what about being a racer, dude? Have you ever thought about like professional racer, like racing cars? Is that something people can do? I don't know. Like, I know people do NASCAR and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, that would be awesome.
is it like skating? Do you have to send in a sponsor me tape?
I don't know how that works, but I can go film some videos in my car.
Dude, you
and send it
should
in.
get No Problemo logo on the hood of the car. Nick just wants to go fast. That'd be tight, dude.
Yeah.
You never really thought about like trying to look into that? Because it seems like you like cars like as much as skating almost, you know?
Yeah, I just don't really know where to start, you know.
I think we should look into that, dude. I'll sponsor you. All I need, give me some, I want some space on the back window. No, on the front window. I want to go right across the front like Ricky Bobby with the Fig Newtons. It's dangerous, but that'd be tight.
That'd be awesome.
All right, so we went off a little bit about cars. All right, so back to Nick skating, professional. What's the coolest places you've been to? You said you went to Australia.
Australia. Been to Okinawa before.
Damn, sick. Japan, right?
Yeah.
Okinawa. Sick.
Yeah, that was a really good trip. Like Germany, France, Switzerland.
Did you meet Buznit's family in Germany?
No.
Just a bunch of Buznits out there saying hi?
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, it was pretty rad. It's awesome to get to go and travel to like different countries, skate and stuff.
The Asian countries I always like I've been to China and I've been to Japan. Sorry, I've been to Japan, and it's so crazy out there. Like it's like you go to Europe, it's cool, it's kind of similar. You know what I mean? There's different lifestyle, but it feels the same. You go to like a Japan or a China, it seems like almost another world. Like everything's so different.
Can't read nothing. You can't really talk to anyone.
You can't even understand one word. You know, like maybe in France you can make out a word or two, but there it's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you try all the food? Did you eat all the crazy like seafood and raw fish?
Yeah, I tried some.
Was that new for you?
There.
That was something you never ate that when you were at home, like sushi or nothing like that?
Yeah, actually, like traveling with skating, you know, I tried like a lot of different styles of food. It's pretty awesome.
Sick,
you
man.
get to see how, like, you know, different countries live, and
yeah, it's a trip.
Know, it's pretty crazy.
It's crazy because then you come back home and you know people that have never left their state.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, you have no idea like how broad the world is and how much information and how many different ways people live, and they all work. You know what I mean? Like you meet people. I know you know people in New Bedford that are still the same. They grew up there, went to school there.
Yeah.
Still they're gonna die there, and they have no idea what's out there. Like it's crazy, man. That's definitely a blessing about skating is being able to travel. Like I love that, man, for sure. Even now,
definitely.
like as I'm getting like older, I'm starting to appreciate it more. Like I started trying to learn Spanish because we were going to South America. So I was like, and I would never do that when I was 16. You know what I mean? I was like, I just want to go skate, you know. But as I'm getting older, I'm like, damn, it'd be tight to like be able to communicate while I'm down there and like try to learn their language so I can understand it like a little better. So now every trip I go on, I try to like. And Nesser and Susky would always tell me that all the time because they would do that. Like Nesser always spoke Spanish, and like he always immersed himself in whatever culture we were into on trips. And Susky is just like a world traveler too. And like I didn't really get it because I was so focused on skating, but now I'm like getting it. I'm like it's just kind of cool to like learn about their culture and their history and like understand it, and it's cool. Like I don't know, and like you're saying, like it broadens your horizon for sure. Where's the last place you went?
I think the last place was Copenhagen.
Damn, sick.
Yeah, that place is awesome.
Was that street skating contest?
Like we did it was with DC. We did like kind of like a Europe tour. Like we went to Germany, Rotterdam, Sweden, and I think ended in Copenhagen.
Damn.
But yeah, it was a good trip.
How long was that one? Seems like it would be a while to get through all that.
I think it was like 2 weeks or something.
Damn, alright. So you did it fairly fast, I guess.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, it was rad though.
Demo street skating, both of them?
Yeah, demo street skating. Then we ended it at Copenhagen Pro.
Damn,
we went to the contest, and then it was like I think we had like another day or two after the contest, and flew back home.
So alright, so this is kind of a weird question, but I'm kind of curious. I never seen you, maybe you have, but I never seen you with a girl, like a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like a lockdown, steady girlfriend. Not that I've seen anyways. So while you're traveling, and did you have a girlfriend? Were you single?
Like I was going out with this chick for a little while, and I went on a trip to Australia, and I didn't get to talk to her or whatever, and then.
Wait, you didn't? What do you mean you didn't get to talk to her? Because you were too busy, or you just didn't get a phone call? You didn't get a phone card, or?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
So basically, I was on the trip, and then, I came home and, drove straight to her college, and, she was like pissed at me, and.
How long were you there for? How long did you not talk to her for?
I think it was like a week and a half or something.
Oh, okay.
But
Were you guys serious?
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, she was pretty bummed out, and then shit just kind of fell apart. Like the next couple of weeks, I was home, and just kind of.
If it only took a week and a half for that to fall apart, it wasn't meant to be then.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically how that worked out. Yeah, it didn't work out too good.
So on these trips, so you were single for some of the trips then?
Yeah.
Did you meet any girls overseas?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sick, man. Got some babies over there anywhere?
No.
Alright, good. Just look out for a kid in Copenhagen that skates really well and is gigantic, 6'2", and skates really well. Big rails. Might be Nick's son. Just kidding. Yeah, so that's that. So let's get into. Let me actually, while we're here, and I got the my iPhone, which is awesome. If you want to sponsor the show, iPhone. Whoever took Steve Jobs' job, call me up, sponsor the show. Let's do this. So I put out a flyer a couple days before, just saying, I'm doing the Shetler show. It's a podcast. Nick Dompierre is a special guest. If you guys have any questions, leave them on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, man. And people did, so I got some stuff on here for you. All right, this one I was like, huh, what the fuck? Matt Miller. So was he on DC when you were on DC?
Yeah.
Okay, he
awesome.
asked Nick how many food challenges he has won. What is that? I don't know.
I don't know, like, whatever, some restaurants would have, like, food challenges, and then there was this one in San Diego, and it was, like, a dozen egg omelet, and I ended up eating the whole thing. It was pretty gnarly.
12 eggs in one sitting?
Yeah.
Oh, brutal. What did you win?
I don't know, I think they said they'd put my name on the wall or something. But it was, like, just to do it.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Were you hurting?
Yeah, I was pretty wrecked for, like, the whole day.
You had to finish the whole omelet? That was the only catch, was just finish the whole omelet? 12 eggs.
It was, like, an omelet and, like, hash browns and, like, a biscuit. It was like a platter, dude. It was crazy.
Did you get down, like, to the last bite and just struggling? Like,
yeah, it was pretty rough.
Damn, dude. So, is that the only one? Has there been any other food challenges?
There was, when I went to Hawaii once, there was, like, a food challenge that I think a few of us tried. I think, like, Brzezinski was there and Zard was there. It was, like, a 2-pound burger or something.
What was this? What trip was this on? Or were you guys just out there at the same time?
Oh, I think it was on a Red Bull trip.
Oh, sick. All right.
Yeah.
So, did you do it? Did you crush a 2-pound burger?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You don't. Nick, no wonder Matt was saying this. Nick does not give up, dude. Serious.
But yeah, that shit.
2
wrecked.
pounds,
Yeah.
dude. Fuck. Did you get your colon cleanse after that? Cleaned out? Go get checked out?
But I got a T-shirt for that one.
Oh, you did? What was the
Yeah.
T-shirt?
It was like had like a burger on it, and I don't know.
Worth it.
I forget what it said. Yeah,
Definitely worth it.
yeah, I can hang it on my wall or something.
Did anyone else do it?
I
I don't know. Zard might be able to crush.
I don't think so.
No. What's the deal? Is it just something you're like, fuck it, I want to try all these? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. If you got a challenge, I'll try it. I guess. I don't know.
I was talking to Pi, I was telling him he should do a food one. I don't know. Did he do one? Does he have a burrito challenge at No Problema?
I don't know.
We
I
should
don't
get him
think
to
so.
do, like, you should set
That'd
the
be
bar.
rad.
We should see how much you can eat, and then if someone can beat that, I'll put up a hundo. If you can beat what this guy's got, I'm down, dude. All right, here's one.
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, you got another one?
I do hold a record at Roselli for the hot wing challenge.
Wait, where's Roselli's?
It's in New Bedford.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Hot wings? Are they fucking hot?
Yeah, I think they call it suicide wings.
What's your record? What's the
I think
Nick
it's like
Dompierre
they
challenge?
give you like 20 wings, and you have like 20 minutes to eat them, and the record was like, I don't know, I think like 17 in 20 minutes, and I ended up eating 20 in 11 minutes.
Holy shit. You just gave up? You had extra time? Like, it's good enough.
But yeah.
Were you just crying and snotting because
Yeah,
it's so
dude,
hot?
it was hot.
What do you have? Like, do you have... I know, like, water doesn't work. Is there, like, milk? Or what did you drink with it?
I just had water.
You just fucking muscled it?
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. What was that all about? Just like, fuck it, I want to go for it again?
Yeah.
See
just
what I can do?
Try it out.
Just testing your limits.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Are you out for like a day or two after these challenges? Or are you just back on the horse like 20 minutes later?
Yeah, I don't know. It does take...
A little while to
Yeah.
digest.
Definitely.
I feel like if I did like the 2-pound burger one, I'd be put up for like a week. Just like trying to get that thing down. And like,
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I'm going to talk to Ramsey. You know Ramsey.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to him. I bet he'll try to challenge you. What is it? Rosetta's? Or
Roselli.
Rosali?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to tell him because he can crush some wings for sure. And he'll come after your title for sure. Man.
Bring it.
Alright, so... alright, so I got a few questions, but they're all kind of just like asking like you know, do you have a board on reel? Like, where can I get his board, basically?
Yeah.
Like, so I guess that's the question.
Well, yeah, I'm still like skating for real and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they're not like printing my boards or
Okay.
you know like doing any advertising. You know, but yeah, I mean, I'm still riding for him. And
So I heard, like, I don't think we've ever actually talked about. Damn, this microphone's so good. I just heard like something out there. But anyways, so I don't think we've ever talked about it. But like, I heard you got into like an accident or you got hurt somehow and you couldn't skate for a while. Like, what's the story with that? Like,
yeah, like I had a bad injury. Like, I broke 2 vertebrae and
is it your back or your neck?
in my neck.
Okay, so it's
So
your neck.
it took me out for a long time, and yeah, you know, like I couldn't really skate, couldn't really do much, so yeah, I just kind of got bummed out for a while, and you know, didn't travel, and just kind of stayed home. But
I imagine like going from like traveling, all this stuff, and then like doing something you love. Like I know for me, like skating is like it's something I love, but it's also my.
it's what you do. Like,
yeah, it's my like if I don't do it, I don't feel right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I imagine going from like right now, I was telling you about I have vertigo and I can't really skate.
Yeah.
It's getting better, but it's been over 2 weeks and like I'm like emotional because I'm like I need to skate and like vent, you know. I need
Yeah.
to go skate and have fun and like so it must have been really hard like getting injured.
Yeah, it was.
How long were you
real
out for
tough,
like
like-
officially?
Shit, man, probably like maybe 8 months or something. Like,
Damn,
I
dude.
mean, like
That's
you know,
brutal.
like it didn't feel right like for a real long time. You know, like
And did you have to like keep did you have the whole thing like keeping your head
well, they
straight
gave me
when
like
it happened?
like a neck brace and all
Yeah,
that.
did you
and-
have like something holding you? Like I don't really understand what happened or how it happened. Like
Yeah, it was like, well, they gave me like the neck brace, and then you know there wasn't like a
no like metal or nothing.
no,
Just
no.
a proper neck brace.
Yeah.
Like the hard one, not like the foamy shit, but like the harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think I know what it was.
yeah.
So
But,
how long did you have to wear that for?
Shit, I forget, but
Was it it wasn't the whole 8 months.
no.
Okay.
But after that, you know, I did like physical therapy, and you know, cause like it like really stretched out like the muscles in my back, and
Yeah.
so that took a while to heal, but like feel pretty good now. And,
So now, I like when I left on my last trip, I saw Jay from Solstice, and he was like, "Yeah, I just skated with Nick," and he was just like killing it. He said he did like kick from back Smith, back 180 out on the bump to ledge. It's so gnarly. I don't even think I could. I don't think I could do that. I could try it for a few hours, but But yeah. So how do you feel now? Like, if you had to say like percentage, like to 100, like where are you at? 0 to 100.
I'd say like maybe, I don't know, I feel good, you know. I just been skating, so I don't know, maybe
Close to 100, like on the upper side of that.
pretty much, yeah.
Because I saw a commercial for Solstice. I don't think it's out yet. You skating under the bridge, like into the bank and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I seen that and I was like, oh, Nick's back. Like he's doing like that's like some shit, you know, like that's 12-stair rail going over it.
Felt
and, like,
good to like film and stuff. But,
yeah, it was sick.
you know, like I definitely felt good. You know, and keep it up.
What are your current sponsors?
I still skate for well, you know, like Reel and stuff send me like boards, and
They're still giving you boards. They still back you.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm still riding for DC and Monster.
Sick. And Solstice.
Yeah,
No
Solstice, no problem.
Yeah, sick. All right, so you still have a good supporting cast, and it's good to know that those dudes still back you even through a gnarly injury, and just that's awesome. I mean, a lot of people don't get that. Like I've seen a lot of dudes come and go just because, you know. And how old are you now?
26.
Oh, you're 26. That's nothing. You're still young, dude.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So, so now what's the plan? So you've ridden for all these companies, which you still skate for these companies. You've traveled everywhere. You went through this gnarly injury. Like, how are you looking at life now? Like after the injury and skateboarding. Like, what's your goals? What do you? How do you feel about things?
Yeah, I'm just trying to skate as much as I can, and try to you know, get everything back like the way it was with like traveling a lot and, you know, filming a lot and having photos in the mag and, you know, just kind of hyping myself up to skate a lot more.
Sick. It's rad because I feel like the reason why I wanted you as my first guest was because I feel like in the industry right now, people are kind of like, what's up with Nick? Like, what's going on? Like, I want to, like, I feel like they miss you. As corny as that sounds, I feel like the kids in the industry.
I miss it too, man.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like they're like, what's up? Because I know that you came out so hot and, like, killing it, and your skating's, like, really it makes an impact. And I feel like people are kind of itching for it again. So it's, like, a perfect time that I was like, let's get Nick on the show. Like, let's see what's up with him. Because I think people want to see another video part for sure. Is that a goal? Is that something?
Oh, yeah. I'd definitely like to film another video part.
Sick. So that are you working on that now? Have you started filming? I know you filmed the commercial. Like, is that the next goal? Like, just start filming?
Yeah, just try to film as much as I can, you know, piece it together. And
do you film, who are you filming with right now? Do you have someone else? Oh, sick. Yeah, and he just upgraded to HD, I heard.
Yeah.
Sick. So hopefully we'll see a Nick Dompierre part when it's finished.
Yeah.
We'll get it out there.
Yeah.
Your sponsors will help promote it. Hopefully get it all out there. Everyone can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's sick, dude. I'm hyped.
Me too, man.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
I'm psyched.
8 months of just not feeling right to like getting back to it. It must feel fucking amazing to like be able to do what, because a lot of skating is like you visualize something and then you go do it.
Yeah.
Like it might take you a whole day to do it, but you fucking get it done and you do it the way you want to do it, and that's like the best feeling. So, but when you're injured, it's like you could go do it maybe, but you're not going to do it the way you want or with the confidence. So it's like when you're back 100% and you start feeling like you're in the Matrix again and you can learn shit at your pace and you can actually visualize something and then make it reality at how you want it to be. It's rad. It must feel amazing to be back, dude. It's almost like a blessing. It's like, it sucks like you had this like period of like stopping where you had to like slow down, but it's almost like refuels you because now it's like
you just want it more.
Yeah, because you did all this and then people tend to get burnt out, you know what I mean? Like you went from 15 to 26 to we'll say 25 of traveling and skating and doing all this shit.
Yeah.
It's like almost like a break. I gave you a break and now it's like, all right, here's the second coming. You know what I mean? Of just like skating, filming, shooting photos and doing what you want. That's sick, man.
Yeah, I'm psyched.
That's rad. So, do you have any trips coming up? Do you have anything that you want to try and do, or any places like maybe New York, or do you have any immediate goals like as far as traveling with skating?
Right now, you know, I'm just trying to skate around here as much as I can before
Bedford,
it gets
Boston.
too cold.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So try to film around here as much as I can, and once winter comes, hopefully go out west or go on a trip or something, and just keep it going.
What about contests and stuff? What do you feel about trying to do a contest? Is it still not something that if it presents itself, or?
I'd really like to make it to Tampa Pro.
Sick, and that's March, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sick. That'd be rad because I'll be there. We shred, dude.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Sick.
What happened with Street League? Because some kids is saying you got kicked. That he thought you got kicked out of Street League. Is it that you get kicked out, or is it just you got hurt and you couldn't compete anymore?
Yeah, I got hurt and I couldn't skate the last. Like I skated like the first 3.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't skate the last one because I got hurt. And then for this past year, I was supposed to how did it work? Yeah, like you had to like film like a video kind of. Like
I think I saw
clips.
that. Yeah.
But I was hurt. I couldn't street skate, so obviously I couldn't make it in.
Yeah, so if you couldn't come up with the footage and do that, it was kind of like you couldn't get into the contest.
Yeah, I was hurt anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway.
That's cool. So what did you do while you were hurt? Like you probably couldn't even really work on cars or anything, right? You just kind of laid up or what?
Just kind of chilled and didn't really do much. I did physical therapy. Just kind of, couldn't do much, man.
Physical therapy is pretty grueling, huh?
Yeah.
I've done it a little bit for my leg, and just waking up and going was hard. So then when I got there and then had to do the exercising, I'm like, oh my God, this is so...
Yeah.
I can imagine with your neck as well. Is it just a lot of head moving and like...
Yeah, just any movement was pain, like trying to even sleep, like, you know, move your arm, like, lift up your leg, like, you just feel it all down, like, your back and stuff. It was...
I mean, it's like the
was
central...
rough.
I mean, right now I have vertigo, so I kind of know what you're saying, because I just feel off balance.
Yeah.
You feel that way too? Cause
yeah, you just feel, you don't feel right at all. Like,
yeah. Damn. But fuck it.
Yeah.
We're good now, man. And so you've been skating, just been trying to skate street, and then have you been in the skate park a bit, like skating the edge, shredding?
Yeah, I was, just skating street and then skating the edge, and
sick.
That's pretty much it.
The edge is sick because like it's such a good skate park. There's everything there. So,
yeah,
like,
I really like that park.
And you can kind of like. That's kind of a good way to get comfortable. So when you get to Tampa for the contest, you'll be like on point with. That's why I always go. I'm like, I'll go there.
Feel confident.
Yeah, because I don't. When you skate street a lot, you got to relearn how to pop off of ramps for sure. You know, like it's kind of crazy. But yeah, cool, man. Anything else you want to touch on, dude? Is there anything like you want to talk about, or is there any rumors you ever heard about yourself, or anyone you want to thank? Thanks, people.
Oh yeah, Thank you.
Dude,
I want to thank all my sponsors. Real, Spitfire, Thunder, Monster, DC, Solstice, No Problemo. And, you know, everyone that's helped me along the way. And, you know, it feels good to be skating again. And, you know, just got to keep it going. And, you know.
We're going to see that video part.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that video part,
sure.
dude.
Me too.
Me out,
like,
man.
It even like just even watching like that little commercial, you know, just like a few tricks, like, you know, it's like you know, kind of like hypes yourself up.
Yeah, because you're like,
you feel like better. Yeah.
Yeah, it does, dude, for sure. I know what you're saying.
When you haven't like, you know, like filmed much in a long time, and then, you know, you get some tricks, and you know, just undescribable, like how like to describe how you feel, you know, it's just like.
Yeah, it's definitely like amazing. Yeah, it's just like, it's just skateboarding is like one of the best things, man. And it's not the only thing. I mean, like you said, you got to have other outlets. Like for you, it's cars and like, I mean, I love hip hop and like things like that, and try to do podcasts and shit. But like skateboarding is definitely the foundation that kind of taught us how to expand. You know what I mean? Like skateboarding has taught us how to grow. Like we learn through skating. We skate. We learn how to fall. We get back up. You know, you learn perseverance, you learn dedication, you learn about hard work, you learn from traveling, you meet people. It just opens up your whole world.
Learn from other skaters.
Yeah, like I said, you meet people in New Bedford that were born and raised there and have never left, and you just see how much they're missing out on. And I feel like those of us who skateboard and travel, not just sponsor people, anyone out there that skateboards and travels, like, you get it, you know, you're like, okay, I'm going to go learn about the world and learn about living and about surviving and about all the important things that come with life, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think skating has made us great people as far as, like, well-rounded, able to handle anything. Like, I seriously could go anywhere on the earth, and I know you could, and I feel like we could survive. You know what I mean? There's places that are really dangerous, but, like, we've been to a lot of those places, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like skating really has helped us evolve faster than some people that never travel, never skate, and that was our vehicle. That was coming, and I think that it's awesome, and I think when you get to a certain point, you start to realize that you could do that with anything, like skating. You're always gonna skate, but even if you wanted to do anything, like if you wanted to be a race car driver or open a garage, or if I wanted to start a clothing brand or do a podcast, or someone wants to be a stand-up comedian, or I think that the lessons we learned through skating have given us confidence to be able to do it and try it. And it's cool to be like, damn, the whole world's in front of us. Like, you could do whatever you want, you know what I mean? And I think that's all from skating. Skating gave us the skills to be able to do whatever we want. It definitely makes me confident that I could try whatever. It's like, nothing's going to be harder than trying to, you know, tray flip down a 12 stair, you know what I mean? Like, you know, the mental hell you go through, like, you're like, get the timing, got to land it, you get hurt, you pick yourself up, like, dude, fucking trying to be a comedian, I could take some booze and keep trying. You know what I mean? Like, how many shinners have you taken? You know? Like, just shit like that. Like, you just know you could do it.
Rolled ankles.
Yeah, injuries after injuries, like what it takes to come back and like pursue what you love. I mean, I feel like skating has built us up so well that it's like, you know, this is something you love. You've put in so much time. Like, doesn't matter what anyone says. You can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? If you want to do it, that's the key. And I always tell people, I'm like, you know, do what you want. You know what I mean? It'll make it that much easier. You know, because a lot of people try to put themselves in a suit that they don't fit in. They just want to fit in or do something that someone around them thinks cool, and it just comes off unnatural. It's like, just do what you want to do. If you like something, do it, and you'll be all right. You know. And I'm glad. I love skateboarders. Like, I see people all over the world, and I even in California, it's weird to me because I was just out there, and so many skateboarders skate by. I'm in Long Beach, and all day long, have you ever noticed that? You hear skaters, and you look out the window, and it's like some old dude with sandals on. And I'm like, oh, it's not even like, you know, but out here, it's like, if I heard someone skate by right now, I'd look out and be like, oh, I probably know them. Yeah. Or they're at least some little kid who's skating, you know, like, but it's cool, like, that people around the world, we all skateboard, and we all kind of have, like, the same mentality, like, about life, you know, like, it's like a freedom thing, and it's just skateboarding. Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Thank God for it. Yeah, for sure. And another thing that I like to touch on is I like to think about the dudes that are in the industry now, like the Mickeys and the Charlie Thomas and RPs and Debos and the dudes that have done the skating, and now they're like running companies, and they own companies, or they work in these different positions, and it's just rad that like they've been able to transition from skateboarder to like still skating, obviously, but now they have a different responsibility. Now they're like helping out kids live their dream, helping you go to Australia so you could break up with your girlfriend because you can't get a phone card.
Oh man,
you're an asshole, Nick. I would break up with you too. Damn, dude, that's harsh. So is that the only real girlfriend? One and only, or what?
Kinda. I mean, there's a couple girls I talked to like for a few weeks, and just
fizzles out.
Yeah.
They're not into fucking wing challenges or 2-pound burger. It's not their thing. Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. That's our podcast. I mean, I hope we did good. Nick Dompierre is awesome. I hope you realize that through the podcast, and I'm gonna do more guests for sure. I'm gonna be talking to Donnie Barley as soon as we can link up and I get a hold of him. The man's working hard, raising babies, so I gotta track his ass down. Yeah. Actually, let's not end it. Fuck it. Let's talk. What do you think of Donnie Barley? Have you ever? What was your first time you met Donnie?
I think it might have been at Fairhaven Skate Park, maybe.
Oh no shit! There.
Or was it Skater Island?
Maybe Skater Island.
Yeah.
How well do you know Donnie? Have you ever like hung out with him for a while, or?
Not really. No. I mean,
He's definitely like a legend.
Times, and he's definitely like. Yeah, I mean, I really looked up to him growing up skating, and you know, he was like always around. You know, we'd go to Skater Island, and you know, he'd be there ripping, and just like
coming up as a little kid, I just remembered like Street Skater of the Year, like best style.
Yeah,
like
amazing.
Some of the tricks too, like he has like timeless backsmiths,
switch hard
flips, like just his push, you know, kick flips, like ninja flick. Yeah. I remember the ninja flick. You're like, damn, I want to do it like Donnie Barley. Yeah, just his push too, and just like that dude pushes like how you're supposed to push on a skateboard. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
He's awesome.
I'm gonna touch on this when I talk to Donnie, but the first time I met him was like me and my friend Dale. You remember Dale? Yeah. We were driving back from Skaters Island, and Dale had a Corsica at the time. His car was a Corsica, and I guess that year for the Corsica was known all the paint to chip off for whatever fucking reason, like it was a defect. So like his car, like the faster we went, all the paint is fucking coming off. So like Dale's solution was like put element stickers on the hood, like where the paint came off. So now it's got a sticker there. I don't know. Where he was a kid, so we had a huge element sticker on the hood of our car. And we're doing like 80 down the highway, and all of a sudden, Madman like pulls up next to us, like honking and shit. We're like, what the fuck? We're like, look over, it's Donnie Barley. Like, we didn't know him. I didn't know him. I knew of him.
Yeah.
Like, I probably saw him at the island and was too scared to like go say what's up, you know. And Dale knew of him from 411s and all that shit. And I'm like, what does he want? What does he want? Dale's like, roll the window down. I like roll the window down, and Barley is like hanging. He's driving. He's in the car by himself, and he's driving, and he fucking had Element stickers.
No
and he's
way.
hanging out the window, driving the car on the freeway. Like, he could have just been like, hey, pull over. And we would. But instead, he's like, fuck it, I'm going to risk my life to give these random kids, I don't know, some stickers. So he's 80, holding the wheel, hanging out the window. And my friend Dale's trying to, like, because I'm passenger, and he's trying to, like, get me close enough. It's like an action movie, dude. And I'm hanging out the window, and I'm like, and if we almost hit, and I finally get the stickers, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, as soon as, like, Donnie, he gave us the peace sign, he's like, yeah, and he drove off, and as soon as he left, we pulled over, and we had our stickers, and we're like, what was that? Like, holy shit, like, Donnie just gave us stickers on the freeway, like, it's crazy, man.
That's rad, man.
That was my first Donnie experience.
That's awesome.
So excited to have him on as a guest. That was something that, when I was ending the podcast tonight, it made me think of, like, I wanted to hear, like, your best tour story. Like, did you have, like, is there any crazy stories? Did anything happen on tour that you remember that sticks out? Like, any times when you're almost robbed, or, like, in some country, or, like, you gotta meet someone, or...
It was actually about the time at Tampa Am when we were lighting fireworks.
Oh, man, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was, like,
Right
with Metzger and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Sitting there lighting fireworks and...
I remember Billy Marks.
Yeah.
I think he might have... We all got him, but I remember he was lighting those fuckers off, man.
Yeah, then those people broke the door, like, got into the room somehow, and that chick socked me in the face. Threw Billy across the room.
Yeah, I wasn't in there, but I remember hearing it. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty
What was the deal? Like, why... I don't even remember. Like, why were they going crazy? Just because the fireworks?
Yeah, someone lit the fireworks, and, whatever, I guess these people were living there, and we ended up running back.
It was a hotel.
Yeah.
And they were living in a hotel.
Yeah.
This is the hood, that's why, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And then, whatever, we ran back to the room, and then these people stopped pounding on the door. They opened the curtain, and these people are just like pointing towards me, and I'm like, fuck, what the hell?
You're like 15, 16 at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then somehow someone opens the door. They come in. They throw Billy across the room. This lady punches me in the face. It was, yeah.
Did it fucking hurt? Did she lump you up?
She socked me pretty good, but
No
was alright.
bruises?
No.
Yeah.
And then security guard came, and told him what happened, and he was just like, "Oh, why don't you beat the rest of the skateboards?"
Really? He was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah. So
I remember
that was
that.
pretty crazy.
I remember that trip to. We threw the mattress out the window. Or I'm not gonna say I threw the mattress out the window, but maybe I did. I don't remember. But somehow or another, a mattress got thrown out the window. I remember Zared was hanging off some trees. Like, they were fucking, like, big pine... They're, like, big... what is it down in Florida? Palm trees. And he's, like, jumped off the second story onto the tree, and it, like, bent over, and, like, he was, like, like, hanging on upside down. Like, crazy shit. And, what was those hotels called? They were so ghetto in the hood.
Howard Johnson.
Was it the Howard Johnson? It was the Hojo. There's also the Milner or something. There's, like, a few different fucking ghetto-ass hotels right there. It's in the cut of Tampa. Like, if you've been to Tampa, you know, like, it's the ghettoest place, and they put all the amateur skateboarders in there, and you stay in this ghetto-ass hotel where you feel like you're going to get robbed or raped. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. And all these fireworks. I just remember, like, it was like a fucking war zone at one point. I remember Billy lighting them and throwing them in the pool, and then they still blowing up in the pool and being like, "Oh, I thought it'd go out." You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I was trying to tell Billy and Goonan, Billy Drowning, Corey Goonan about Tampa, and I was like, I don't think your experience will be like ours. Like, ours was way, like, crazier and raw, but now it's more like, I think it mellows out.
Kind of mellow, yeah.
Yeah, like, theirs definitely won't, because we're not going to stay in the hood. I'm going to try not to put us up in the hood, so.
Yeah.
I actually got World Industries to help us out with the hotel room. So
that's rad.
Yeah, we hopefully they won't put us up. They don't usually put us up anywhere in the hood. Yeah, man. So, that's another thing I was gonna ask. What's the car? What is that car you drove up? What's the car you drove up?
Subaru STI.
Is it just tricked out? Is it all fixed up? Because it sounded like pretty loud when it came.
Yeah,
out.
it's got some work done to it.
Yeah, and
Bigger turbo, bigger injectors, front mount.
Do you have? That's your car now, or you still have another car?
That's
as well?
my daily driver right now.
You still have that, and do you have another car as well, like a race car? Or?
Yeah, my Camaro.
You still have your Camaro. You're saying, okay, sick. And what's your dream car? Like, if you had unlimited resources and time, and like, what's your dream car? Not necessarily one you'd buy whole, but one you'd want to build maybe or add on to.
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones out there.
Well, you could say anything and I would believe you because I don't know shit about cars. You could say any name, but I'm sure people listening would be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted like a 67 to 69 Camaro, like.
Oh, sick.
That model, yeah. I think those are super sick.
Would you, what would you do to it as far as like building it up? Would you add on or what would you do?
Probably just, make it a street car, cruise around, like enjoy it. Like nothing too crazy to where, you can't really drive it on the street.
That was something I was wondering too. You said you got up to 166 miles. Is that your fastest you've gotten up to? 166 miles per hour?
I think it was 168.
So you got to have some sort of like turbo, right? Like a car can't just do that, can it?
Well, that car has nitrous.
Okay, so that's like in the trunk or something?
That's the power adder. Well, it's, like the bottles are set up in the car, so... you can turn them on right there.
How does nitrous work? Like you gotta speak to me like I'm an idiot because I am about cars. So like, I always think you just hit a button and it fucking goes to the fuel or something. Like I don't know.
Yeah, like it's adding more fuel and nitrous into the motor at the same time, so it's like forced induction.
So it causes it to like cruise.
Yeah, it's pretty wild how.
So
it
that
works.
seems kind of dangerous. Like if your car's not built for that, right? So then obviously that's when you need the add-ons.
Yeah, like you gotta have like everything kind of works together. If you put this big motor in this in this car and you don't do nothing to like the transmission or the rear end, something's gonna break.
Yeah.
So.
What about flipping? I feel like if you inject a lot of shit and you're like going at that, is there a possibility of flip?
Yeah, some cars have done that before.
Like on a windy day or something.
Yeah.
And you just fucking. That seems insane to me, man.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Do you get motion sickness at all?
No, like, in like the first race of the day, like I'm usually kind of nervous, like, well, I don't know, pretty much every time, you go up to the line, to the light, you get like that adrenaline feeling and...
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, it's gonna happen.
Once the light comes on, you go, it's just like, it's such an amazing feeling.
Do you just, so... Once again, I don't know shit about cars. Do you just fucking floor it off the line? Do you just put the pedal to the ground and just start shifting?
Yeah, basically.
That's what you do?
Well, it's like, the car is like, I'm sure you don't understand what it is, but it's like a trans brake, the car's automatic, but you push a button, put the pedal to the floor, and it basically kind of puts the car in neutral.
Okay. So
right when you let go of the button, it automatically,
just
takes off, yeah.
All right.
So,
do you always peel out when you do that, or is it just?
Yeah, you do like you do a burnout first, and then slowly roll up to the light, and then the little light will come on and tell you to stop, and then once lights come down, you just go and.
So how many races have you won? And like, what's your record?
And
it's all local, right? It's all like
it's
Bedford,
well, like there's like. The track is in New Hampshire.
Oh, is it Seekonk?
No, New England Dragway.
Where's that?
In Epping.
Epping.
Yeah.
Epping Dirties. There's a bunch of Epping Dirties, dude. I used to live right next to them in Raymond, New Hampshire. And we would go, I don't know anyone from Epping, but I remember, and I never called anyone an Epping Dirty, but when you're in Raymond, their competition for like school sports or something was the Epping people from Epping, so they'd always call them Epping Dirties because they're dirty. I don't fucking know, but I always was like, I remembered that. I don't know, since I was 10. But no shit, it's an Epping. That's funny, dude. I haven't heard that in so long.
Yeah.
So okay, so now we're talking about people come from Massachusetts. They come from New Hampshire. Do they come from all over New England to go to this?
all different states, you know, to go.
Like that's that's the track to go to.
Yeah, well, there's like, you know, I think the next closest one is maybe in Connecticut or New York. I know New Jersey has a track, so but the closest one to like New Bedford is Epping.
Yeah, New Hampshire's
so
not
that's
that
like
far.
usually where I'd go.
Sick.
And but yeah, it's you know, once you get into it, it's crazy. Like,
do they like do they have someone that like checks on your car to make sure it's like legit?
yeah, they do like
Because like imagine Joe Schmo shows up and his
Yeah.
fucking like shit's falling off as he's driving.
Yeah, they do have like a tech inspection, and you know, they make sure you have like the proper safety equipment and you know, like all that stuff. Make sure like stuff's up to date. And
So like to be racing there, you have to know what you're doing, and you have to have your car has to be legit.
pretty much, yeah.
Like maybe someone gets by, but they're lucky if they get there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then, and do you have to sign up for a club, or do you have to like, is it just that you show up?
Yeah, it's like, you know, sometimes like if you're running in a class or something, they'll have set dates, so you know, you show up to them.
Oh,
But,
so you were saying that before. A class is like, so their car has to be comparable to your car.
Yeah, they have like different like you know, like different times, and it'll be like, you know, they'll have like a bunch of cars that are closest to that time. You know,
Oh,
they go-
to how fast they went. You guys all have the same like time as far as like this is how fast you can go, and
Yeah,
you race
like-
someone with the same
like
time.
I'd run like the 850 class, so it's like whoever's closest to 8.50 in the quarter mile would win the race, you know.
Okay, I see.
So there's like different classes and stuff, and then
So it's like, there's like a flow, there's like an amateur and a pro.
kind of it's
Sort
like slower and faster, and
You don't look
it's
at it
pretty
that
cool.
way though.
well yeah, I mean, you gotta like know what you're doing, you gotta know how to drive the car, you gotta know how to.
So what about
Work
your
on it.
what's your time? Are you amateur? Where would you say if you're not flow or you're amateur, or if you had to like in your class, where is it on the spectrum?
I don't know, it kind of takes a lot to run like the 850 class, so
It does, yeah.
yeah, it's
Sick.
It definitely takes a lot, but it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, you gotta have parachute and shit.
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
So like you get down to the track and at the end the fucking parachute slows you down?
Yeah.
That's the idea? I've seen it in movies.
Well, yeah, there's like, you know, once you reach a certain mile an hour, you gotta have a parachute on your car, so.
Well, what's that? What's the certain just in case I get my Hyundai
it's-
accent up to like what?
I think it might be 150 maybe.
Okay, I don't have to.
I think it's 150.
And that's just because the brakes won't do it, or because the brakes will take too long?
It's required for like safety.
Yeah. All right. No shit. How I guess like how often do you go through fucking car parts if you're racing a lot? Like how often did you race a lot? Like is that something you do?
Yeah, I raced a lot. I mean, basically you just kind of going through like tires, spark plugs, and like oil. You know, you just.
How often do you
No.
go through tires? Is it like skate wheels? Like you get so many sessions, or
It kind of depends, you know, how much you're going up and going racing. Like, you know, usually like a set of slicks will last me like throughout the whole season, or
what's a season?
it's like from April to October,
Okay.
and depending how many times, you know, I go up.
Like on an average, you go.
Yeah.
How many times in a season do you think you race on an average? Like you don't have to be. You don't have to give me an exact number, but roughly.
Yeah, maybe like 10 times or 10 to 15 maybe.
Yeah.
But
In slicks, these tires they'll last you the whole time. Why are they called slicks? They're just slicker.
well,
They
they're
slide
just
more?
yeah. There's no tread on them. It's just like all rubber, like flat, and they're kind of soft, so they like get better traction.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, I'm like, there's no track. That isn't the traction. The tracks are for traction, but they're softer, so they probably
Yeah, so they grip
more.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That's like soft wheels on a mini ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Same idea.
Yeah.
All right, so you're racing. You go maybe 10 times. How many seasons have you done?
I'm not really sure. You know, like I've been up to the track, you know, for a couple of years and stuff.
So, what's your average? Like, say one season you go 10 times. What do you think? Do you win or lose a lot? Like, what's the deal?
Well, I did pretty good in the class. Like, I don't know. They have like a points thing that they went for, like that they had going, and it's like, you know, like how close you get to 850, or how close like you do throughout the day, and then you get a certain amount of points, and then for the next race, you know, and then at like the end of the whole season, you know, they'll like do like awards and stuff. So
sick. So you did pretty good. Have you ever won any awards?
No, I didn't.
No, that's cool. That's cool though.
Yeah.
Have you ever do you challenge people to a race, or do they just match you up? Like, can you challenge something? I'm thinking like the movies, like you just fucking...
Yeah, like...
Have you ever done street racing? Have you ever challenged someone on the street or done anything like that?
Yeah, I've done street racing.
Is that kind of like unorthodox? Is that like free-for-all? Like you basically just set it up? Like, is it like the movies, like Fast and Furious? Or like, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm like really curious.
It's a lot different. I mean, like...
You hang out, you bring your dudes, they all have spiked hair, and then they like challenge each other.
You know, I'll usually just go to like a parking lot, hang out, and, you know... Everyone kind of shoot the shit, you know. Someone will bring their car out, and like, oh yeah, I'll race you, you know, and kind of set it up, and you know, they'll kind of bullshit for a little while. Oh, you have nitrous. Oh, he has a turbo. You know, just kind of like
comparing, like just to like kind of bring up competition a little, like fun.
And then you know, they'll have it set up, and you know, they'll pull the cars up, and you know, they'll race, and then once they go, you know, everyone kind of follow them, and then go back to the parking lot, and just kind of.
So you guys just kind of like, you decide where you're gonna race to, you kind of decide the track. Is it always in a parking lot? It's not like on Dead Man's Curve on some windy road or nothing. It's always like in a parking lot or something.
Well, that's usually where people meet up, like the parking lot or something. And then,
where do you actually race?
Wherever's like the closest kind of like.
You need like a long straight strip, or do you race?
Yeah, like they usually do like quarter mile. So
okay.
Like wherever there's like a. You know, a safe quarter mile to go to.
And it's illegal.
Yeah.
Technically. Just don't narc on them, all right? Damn, that's so crazy. It's like a world that I don't know about, but it sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
Is there cash? Is there bets for cash?
Yeah, sometimes it's for fun. Sometimes people will bet. Like,
does it ever get serious, like for titles? Like, you can win someone's car, or like I've seen that in movies.
I'm sure people do that. I mean, I haven't done anything like that.
No. Is it big around New Bedford in this area? Like, is there like a lot? I know a lot of people soup up cars and do shit with cars here. Like, there's a lot of mechanics and stuff. Like,
yeah, it's got a pretty good scene for like. You know,
is there sponsorships deals through it, or like is it just all like friendly?
Just kind of everyone just kind of building their own car and.
No shit.
You know, it's pretty sick. It's cool.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is when we need the Nick Dompierre, like, garage.
Yeah.
And you could sponsor them and, like, give them, like, some, you know, like, this is
cool.
my garage, and then you could have a little dude that rides cars, and you could sponsor him and be like, yeah, I'll do your work for free, but you gotta, you know, rep my garage logo and spread the word throughout the people in the community, and go up to the racetrack and, like, get the traffic coming to your garage. That'd be tight, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it would take to get that going, but like we were saying earlier, I mean, I'm sure you could. You've done a lot, so just figure out a game plan. That'd be sick, dude. I'd go to your garage, dude. You have a customer right here, and my girl too, because she don't know anything about cars, so that's 2 customers already.
Perfect.
And I go a couple times. Some of my brakes, and you can fix my brakes.
Yeah.
Oil changes. I'll go to you every time I need an oil change. That would pay your mortgage. Where are you now? Are you still in New Bedford?
Yeah, I'm staying in New Bedford right now.
Okay, you are, yeah. And is Jordan your brother in New Bedford too? Or is he all over?
Yeah, I think he's in like Freetown or something.
Okay, we're sick. Right, man. Well, fuck yeah. We're up to an hour and 43. I could probably just keep going about the cars, which I kind of want to, because I'm still really curious. I noticed that you had all the car stuff on your boards and stuff like that, and I think it's really cool. And did kids connect with you, like skateboard kids, when you did that, where they were like, oh yeah, they're into racing too, like kids skateboarding?
Yeah, there would be some kids that would they'd be on tour or something, and like they'd ask me about my car, or they'll talk about my board and stuff, and be kind of cool because I'd be out at a skating event but I'd be, talking about racing and,
Yeah.
telling them about my car, and they're telling me about their car, and it's
That's
pretty
cool.
sick, yeah.
Well, I was just thinking too, like maybe through Monster, because doesn't Monster sponsor people for racing and stuff like that?
Yeah.
That might be something you could reach out to them and be like, hey, like this is something I could be interested in, because then it's almost like in their best interest, because you skateboard for them, you cover that market, but then you could also race cars. That's like they're paying you to do both things, and and maybe they would know the connections or the people or to somehow get in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And it'd be rad because you already have a following through skating. That like if you're racing, like you're saying, like kids follow your skating, but they also race cars and they also pay attention. So it's really it's tied in. So it makes sense. Like that's something you should look into, because that'd be sick to like. I'd watch you, dude. I'd watch you on TV, dude. Like who knows? The world is yours, dude. Like. Sometimes all it takes is you to ask the right thing to the right person, and they might be like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense," or like, "Let's try it." Like, fuck it,
Yeah.
And I mean, cars are definitely part of your passion. As long as skating and cars, that's definitely what people know, and are like, "Yeah, this dude's into this." So, it'd be cool to do it, man. It'd be awesome. And then sometimes I'll have to come down to the track with you and check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I don't know nothing, but it would just be a trip to like. Do it. Maybe when the vertigo is gone, because right now I'll probably throw up in your car. Throw up on the NOS tank. Are any of the dudes at Deluxe into cars? Or are they just like, this dude's into cars, like fucking let's put it on everything? Because I remember you had the tires were like street racers, right? You had the wheels for skateboard. Did you have wheels?
Yeah.
And you had them, and then your
it was
board.
awesome.
Yeah, those were cool. I
so
really
sick.
liked them.
Yeah, I was psyched on that.
Does any of those dudes are into cars? Like, make any of the dudes run
I'm not
Deluxe?
sure. Like, I don't really know.
What's some skaters like? So Kalis is into cars. You're into cars. Are there any other pros or sponsor people that you know that are into cars?
No, like Bucky Lassek's into cars too.
Oh yeah, I remember that dude. Did he race them too?
Yeah, I think he races them.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. He's from Massachusetts, right? Or he owns a burrito shop in Massachusetts somewhere.
Does he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bucky owns a burrito shop somewhere, or used to in Western Mass, maybe.
Oh shit!
Yeah, maybe
awesome.
I'm tripping. Yeah, it's cool. Maybe I'm tripping, but I'm like 80% sure I heard that. So yeah, I guess that's the end of the podcast then. Thanks for coming, Nick.
Thanks for having me.
So hyped to catch up and like talk about everything, and
for sure.
Just kind of like. Hopefully I can get this podcast out where enough people will see it and kind of be like, oh shit, Nick's filming, like, let's see his part, because I know people want to see it. And everywhere I go, like, people know I'm from here, and they're like, what's up with Nick? Like, is he skating? Like, what's the deal? And I know when people found out you got hurt and shit, they were bummed out. And, like, people are generally psyched on your skating and who you are. So I hope this podcast, like, kind of does that, man. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it gets out there, because I mean, interviews in magazines are awesome, but I just don't feel like I just don't feel like the connection's there compared to a podcast where you actually hear the person and the tone, and
you can watch it.
Like when you speak about things you're passionate about, it definitely you can feel it much more through the podcast. So I hope that this works, and hope you guys are excited for the next one. I'm gonna reach out to another pro, and I'll let you know through my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter. If you want to find me on there, just Anthony Shetler at Instagram, and Twitter and Facebook. So follow me. And Nick too. Nick, are you on all those social medias, or what are you on?
Yep. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. It's Nick Dompierre. My Twitter is Dompierre Nick. And I do have a Facebook page as well.
Okay, yeah. So anyone out there who's a fan of myself or Nick, or even if you don't like us and you just want to go on and talk shit, like, just follow us, and that'd be cool, dude. We can talk shit. I don't give a shit. But, so that's how you can reach us. And more Shetler Show coming soon. We'll have more guests. I'll announce it on my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that bullshit. So, follow me on there. Follow Nick if you want to talk about cars and stuff. The dude knows what he's doing. And I wouldn't want to race him because my car couldn't even keep up. I don't have any of the stuff. But, yeah, thanks for listening. Cool. Peace.
Later.
Mm-hmm.